Only 5 bodies have been reportedly released so far. Family members of victims are awaiting the release of the 173 remaining bodies. Bhashpati Mukherjee, what explains the slow pace of release of bodies to the family members?
Charred out of recognition, and they are taking DNA samples, and that's the only reason, unfortunately, very sad reason, that when either they are identified through dental records or DNA. So that's the reason usually given for the delay. As far as the male attendant who survived is concerned, and it's so good to know that he and his lady colleague have survived, we would be able to at least get some answers. For instance, was the cabin full of smoke? The theory given by our very learned expert here. Were the pilots were filled with smoke? If the pilots were filled with smoke, mind you, about 30 seconds before he died, the poor passenger who wrote his last dying message, that he's saying his prayers and there's a bird stuck on the wing, he did not say that the cabin is full of smoke. So at least some questions can be answered by the person who survived. And for the rest, if indeed it's never attached to a concrete structure, then I'm afraid the airport authorities have much to answer for, because then in that case, perhaps this catastrophe could have been averted, as explained by our expert here on the panel. And he says that it allows the plane to go through. I myself have been on a Air India aircraft many years ago where 2 of the 4 engines caught fire, and it landed in Bangkok with a the plane was slightly on one side, but we landed safely and we went off the runway, exactly as Dr. Vandana Singh said, and we went into the grassy part of Bangkok, and we came down. It is an experience which I would never want anyone to go through. And when I got off the aircraft, I realized how close to death we were, because both engines on the right side had caught fire. But we were able to land because of the skill of our Air India pilots, and also because it went off the runway and it stopped on the grass. So there was no explosion, and the Thais were able to quickly bring the 2 engine fires under control. So all these will come out clearly, but I can assure you, as a person who survived a plane crash, that it's not an experience which anyone can ever forget, and it puts you off flying forever. It's a terrible experience. So I think we should wait and see what the male attendant has to tell us. I'm sorry I have to leave now.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.